So with that, welcome to today's video, and we're gonna talk about approaching strangers in New York City. So as you know, a few months ago I decided to travel the world by myself, and one of the things has been, hey, how am I gonna meet people? And I challenged myself to approach strangers every single day. And in today's video, I want to share with you how that went, things that I maybe did right, things that I did wrong, and also the reason why I wanted to do it in the first place. It has been fun. I have like some footage, some funny interactions. Let's get into it. First thing, obviously, approaching very likely over 100 people in the last few weeks. Why? Why would I want to do it? I mean, maybe you know this video is like those funny social experiment videos of just walking up to people. It looks fun, it looks super easy, but the truth is, it's really not, or at least for me it isn't, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate. But not too long ago, I made the decision that I want to just travel through different places, and not just travel and be like, oh yeah, the nice sights, but actually live there. Form a new friend circle, meet people, and get the real full experience, and also just have the skill and this freedom of knowing that wherever I'm gonna go, I'm gonna have this skill set of meeting new people. And I do truly believe that it is a skill set. I don't think it's like just a natural talent. Either you are like the, extroverted, super chatty guy, or you're not. I had moments in my life where I was the opposite of that, and I had moments in my life like right now where I'm a little bit more just out there, a little bit more outgoing, and this is the reason why I want to do it. Now let's get into how. How can you make it easier? I would say I have two very, very big tips. On the one side, the mentality, on the one side, the practical approach. What do I say? How do I go about it? Alrighty, so with that, the intention of this video really is to motivate you and also myself to just go out more, to meet more and new people, and just create a new life for yourself. And I feel like the last month of me actually making this conscious effort really made all the difference. And with that, let's get into the practical. So how was I going about it? Like, the one thing is you can do it in an indirect way. Like when I walk around, obviously New York City is like crazy touristy, a lot of people just taking photos, and I was just very often asking people like, oh, hey, can you snap a photo of me? And then you need to quickly also communicate your intent. Like after snapping a photo, oh, cool guys, thank you very much, you look cool, where you're from, and just go into a different frame of communicating. Like you even could like maybe ask people for the way. The only issue with that is that it's kind of like a very close-sided conversation. So you get what you ask for, and then that's that. So it's a little bit hard to go into like, so what are you up to? It can, and it actually happened to me also often, but it's not the best thing that you can do. But there's definitely just a direct approach. That is definitely a little bit harder. I still struggle with it a lot. It's not easy, but did it a few times and it went very well for the most part. Is you just go in and you just communicate with people. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Danny, and I just thought you're cool. You look like, if it's a group of people, hey, you look cool. Just wanted to chat you up. I'm this and that. Like maybe make a little observational statement. Like if people are carrying like certain bags, or they have like doing a certain activity, or like they're like, if people have cameras, I'm like, hey, what's up? Or what are you shooting? And then tell a little bit about yourself. And this is what I did personally. Obviously, with girls, it's fairly easy. You have to get yourself together and like just go out there and do it. But you can just come up and be like, hey, I just thought you're cute. I just wanted to say hi. And then like, hey, Danny, like whatever your name is. And yeah, this is how I went about it practically. But let's talk about now the approach of how can you make it easier for yourself, because it's hard. And especially if you just want to like go out and start doing it, very often it's like, maybe I'm gonna approach these people, and then you're like, no, not them. And then like you go on to the next one, like, yeah, maybe, but again, and you get into a spiral of not approaching people. So how can you get over that? Let's say first, it definitely gets easier over time, but the first approach is definitely always the hardest. Let's talk about that. Breathing in the dark, weightless working.
All
I
right.
suck on camera. Like,
So I'm hanging out right now here with Mary, and she's like, I suck on camera. No, we just had like, literally like, what was it, like a 1.5 hour conversation about everything.
Yes.
Loved it.
That was great. I think it's awesome that you're, like, this whole experience is so cool.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me want to do it as well.
What? Approach strangers
Like,
or what?
no, well, yeah, that too.
You guys are officially kicking off the nightlife vlog tonight. Oh yes! Man, I've never seen it that busy. I've been here a few times, but it's crazy busy.
It's about like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Dancing on the dance floor. This guy went topless, breakdancing in the bar.
Don't tell them.
It wasn't in the vlog, but it did happen.
Yeah, you dared me, man. You dared me with your idea. What are you doing, girl? So obviously, for me and for all of us, there's like this very big approach anxiety. It's an irrational fear because the worst thing that can happen to you is really just somebody saying like, hey, I'm not interested, I'm sorry, and you just move on, you respect that, and that's it. But still, it's a very hard thing to do. And what I found very, let's say, productive, and it works for the most part, is progressive desensitization, which really helps me. And maybe it's not for everyone, but I think it's a really, really good thing, is just to chat up everyone. You can like progressively ease your way into it by, for example, approaching someone and asking for the way. It's an easy thing to do, it's a safe thing, but with that, what you like just communicate to your brain is like, okay, yeah, I can approach people, they react, all right. It's like just like this first approach is done with that, and from there you can move on to like other things. Maybe just if there's an event going on, you can just like join a crowd and be like, oh hey, what's happening here? And also like something very, very safe. It's definitely a little bit harder, and from there you're gonna get into a social mood, into a social flow. And this is what I noticed, what for me is the best thing about this whole, let's say, experiment, or even maybe let's say the new lifestyle that I want to live, of just being this person, because I think there are so many benefits to that, and it's hard. Like, by no means it's gonna be an easy road. We'll see. Is that by actually chatting up people, you get into such a good mood if you actually get out of your comfort zone. It's like with everything, with hard things, if you actually get at them and you actually do them, you feel a certain feeling of accomplishment, your mood goes up, your energy goes up, maybe you spiked a little bit, you just feel happy hormones, even if it doesn't go that well. Like very often not very often, but like sometimes I approach people that didn't went that well, but I still felt great about it because like, hey, I did my part, I did what I wanted to do, and you feel great about it, you get into a good mood, and then from there, it's easier to approach people. Okay, and the way that you really practically go about it, or I'll say that I did, not every day, but like on days where I was telling myself, hey, today I want to do like a social day, the moment I walk out, I try to be a little social. Maybe I ask people for the way, even though I know it. Maybe I just like chat up the cashier at the supermarket and like talk a little bit more, just to get into this social. I was walking around all day, and then like everyone's going, I'm going, but it's fun.
As long as you're having fun, right? So they don't get this crazy, huh?
Thank you. I guess you're from New York. This is also why in my videos very often you just see like random people that I maybe necessarily wouldn't like, you know, specifically wanted to connect. Like I'm seeing like an old woman, like yeah, I want to network with her, you know, I want to meet her, I want to take her on a date. But just to get into the social mood and to keep building on that. So that is like just this concept, and I think it makes it so much easier. But really to continue on just like the general topic of being more social, just being more outgoing, meeting more people, I think that it is one of the best things that you can do. It's one of the best things that I have done while I've been here for this month. And also when I've been just going to the networking events after a week, after 2 weeks, or like let's say just any event, I was just going out to people and just introducing myself, just saying hi, just saying my name. And even though like maybe me, like, you know, filming all my videos, you may think, like usually you think, oh yeah, I'm not super extroverted. It's hard for me, but it got easier over time. That's why I think it's a skill. That's why I think that's something that you can learn. And maybe as another, like, so with that I would say really one of the main messages of this video is that, as often it is the case, greatest experiences, the greatest opportunities are on the other side of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of approaching people, getting yourself out there. It's like, if I don't try, I cannot fail. But if you don't try, you cannot win. And yeah, with that corny quote, we're gonna finish off the how to approach strangers video here at this amazing, beautiful sunset. I mean, it's already getting dark. So with that, thank you very much for watching this video from New York. I got a few more coming. If you got any questions, if you like this video, it's definitely a little bit further out there. It's definitely a little bit something different. Definitely let me know in the comments if you want to hear more like that. I might cover it more in my videos, how it goes. And yeah, smash the thumbs up button if you haven't yet. We're gonna see each other in the next one. You got a roll to see.